One thing I would love to see President Biden do in his visit is to sketch out a more medium to long-term vision. And actually looking at what happened with Israel, with the Arab and Jewish political partnership, that didn't fall out of space. That was the result of 20 years of civil society work, many ALLMEP members working to build Jewish-Arab cooperation after the terrible violence in October 2000. And if we could take a similar approach to this cross-border environment and say, look, nothing is ripe right now for final status diplomacy, but I as President Biden, am going to come and invest in a significant way in civil society, in organizations and movements that can bring Israelis and Palestinians together at scale, form the sort of relationships that we've seen formed within Israel amongst Arabs and Jews, cross-border, and over time begin to build from the bottom up the sort of consent and support and momentum that we know a peace process depends upon. We've never seen it in Israel-Palestine. We have these, diplomatic processes where John Kerry, will say we're going to have a final status deal in 9 months, but none of the preparation and foundations are there. And we at ALLMEP, we've been campaigning for an international fund based upon when we saw in Ireland that did that 12 years before a peace deal, invested over $2 billion in the sort of organizations and movements that then makes peace possible for the leaders. And what we've seen in this electoral cycle and previous, Israeli politicians are like politicians everywhere. They're cynical. If they feel as if there's momentum and movement and a constituency for something, they will take risks, like bringing Arabs into governments for the first time. At the moment, in both Israel and in the West Bank and Gaza, there isn't sufficient constituencies pushing their leaders towards those sort of positions. And that's something President Biden can do on this visit that would set his legacy on this issue.